Well, hello folks, welcome to episode 1 of our 11th season here at RFC Liege. I am the Custard Prophet. Thanks for coming on back. So I have some good news and I have some bad news. Right, okay, so yeah, some good and bad things have happened over the transfer window, over the summer. Last time we were quite a lot in debt. What was it, £12 million in debt, and currently we have an overall balance of 12 grand. So sorry, did I say 12 grand? We're 12 million in debt and we've got a bank balance of now 12 grand, which so something's happened to allow us to sort that out. It is not a takeover though, which is maybe what you're thinking of. No, actually what we did is we used a clause in our old friend Diogo's sale, which was a 40% sell-on clause, and I had a look at that, and he was worth 22 million. He's sitting in Liverpool reserves at the minute, and if we got 40% of that, then well, we'd be getting a little bit less than 10 million, wouldn't we? Or around about 10 million. But if we bought out if we sold the sell-on clause, then we would get 12 million pounds back. So we did that, and we completely wiped out the debt, which was nice. The problem is that irrespective of us wiping out the debt, the board will not budge on the wage budget. So we have a wage budget of £37,000 per week. Now, if you think about it, we were spending £70,000 a week last year. We are this way below, and we're so far above it now, but I can't really take it any lower, otherwise we just wouldn't have any players. So we haven't been able to sign really anybody, which is frustrating, but yeah, hopefully that will change. We have been, definitely, I'm pleased that we've managed to do that, but it comes with the slight issue. If we do manage to sell somebody, we will get that into the transfer budget, and then we might be able to tweak the wage budget up like that. But currently we have no ability to sign anyone, which made the transfer window very, very difficult. Players who have moved on, released players, Dario Nlandu has gone, Theo Martin, Nicholas Fer and Christian Ngandu are the players who have gone. Also, Jules De Vos, you knew about that. Alexander Prost, Lucien Frew have all gone on free. These are youngsters. Pablo Santos left for Pexvol for 78,000. A good player. Didn't really want him to go, but he's a decent centre back. But yeah, Boito, he wanted to leave, so I let him go. I'm a bit disappointed with that, because I felt we could have developed him quite nicely. Petit, yeah, I wanted to get rid of him. He has gone to Patra Eisden, and good luck to him. He's certainly not good enough for us. Maybe a surprise, Armand Labrie, who is the centre-back that we were using as sort of backup last season. I think it was the right decision to move him on at this time. And Charmal has gone on loan to Grenoble. The only players who have come in are Van Zwam. We managed to sign him in for only £1,300 a week. It's the biggest wage that we could give out, and now we can give about £300 a week out, so we can't loan anybody in. But I like this lad. I think he adds something down the right side. I think he's a decent quality player, and he gives us a good player at the back. And Adel Slimani is basically the best player that I could find who we could afford. As you can see, we are paying him £300 a week, and that is the maximum we can offer. So yeah, it's hard, but he offers a little bit of pace up top, and basically we don't have any strikers at the club. The two strikers that we had last season that were playing most of the games, Untermack and the guy from Liège, both of those were on a free transfer. Couldn't afford either of them, so we've had to change it, and we've only got Chris van Hoek, who is of any quality, and he's basically going to have to carry us this season. up top. He's really improving, and we're going to rely an awful lot on him. Finishing and first touch not great, but he's physically strong. He's good in the air, and at the minute he's really strong as well. So at the minute he is looking like an important player, and he's only bloody 18, so there's a lot more to come from him. Very, very excited of Mr. Van Herk. He missed the first game of the season. So it does mean the squad is a lot smaller than it was last season. There's a few players that we have brought in from the youth team, and so one of those is Yanning Coleman, who is I was going to say a spiky winger. He's a pacey winger who can cross and dribble. There's another player who we could look to bring in as well, a German right midfielder. I think we need that backup. But up top, we've got very, very little options. Diamatopoulos did play up front for the first game, and obviously he's a toothless wonder. Slimani is the other option, and we've got a few in the youth teams so that we could rely on. But yeah, it's not easy. But despite that, and despite a really tough start to the season, we have played a couple of games and we are unbeaten. A 0-0 draw against Club Bruges, and this was basically because we had no one up front who could score goals. We played quite well in this game. I was pretty pleased. And then we just played Mechelen and beat them 2-1. This was very good. They took the lead, but Van Dam with a header at the far post, and then Van der Hoek with a header in the centre of the goal. And he is going to be important with his head, I think, and his strength, finding space. My worry is if we get a few injuries. At the minute, I think the first team squad is quite strong, but outside of that, it's not. So we're having to change the formation a little bit into this because we don't really have two strikers. So we're going back. This position is the troublesome one because we got Van Dam who can play there, but he's doing really well on the right side. So I don't really want to move him from that, but I can't find a player to sort of slot in there. Dovlo played in the last couple of games, didn't do very well. So we're going to try Nana in there, who is back from yet another injury. We've got other options as well. Theory could come in there, and we've got other players in the squad who could be useful there. Nathan here is on a week-to-week contract. We can't, we can't actually afford to sign him even at that wage. So he's going to stay here until he wants to go or someone picks him up. But that's fine. So, we're going to be playing Genk today. Hard game, but they have started quite poorly. They've lost the first couple of games, but they were playing Ghent and Standard, so not easy. Team we're going with, we've got Van Hoek up top, Masic on the left side, Van Dam on the right. Nana is going to be playing just behind in that shadow striker role. Fadiga and Jacquot in the centre of midfield. Koida on the left side of defence, Van Zwam on the right. Cisse and Jans are the current partnership in the centre, with Gofan in goal, who has started extremely well also. So we've got some good players here. I'm pleased with a lot of the players that we do have. I think I'm very, very happy with the way some of these youngsters have developed. And you look through the squad, the likes of Gofan, Jans, Jans, Jacquot, Nana, Masic and Van Hoek, all youngsters, and on the bench is sort of similar. Actually, it's not many on the bench, just Victor Fernandez. I think we've done well with our youth team. I think we've done very, very well. Right, let's get into the game and we'll see how we do against them. Right, here we go. So great start to the season for us. Not so good for Genk, but this is a tough old game. We had a great reverse or fixture last season, and we'll see whether we can cause them some trouble this time round. We'll start with a shout. We've already started with a shout. Van Hoek and Masic with a chance there very early on. He's had a couple of chances early on, and unfortunately, unlike him, he hasn't put them away. So hopefully that's not an indication of things. Just a second. An injury to Van Hoek. Let's have a look at what that injury is, because he is pretty much critical to everything we're doing. Potential thigh injury. We're going to give him till half time, I think, or a little bit longer, as he says he wants to stay on. And we'll have to deal with Slimani up top. So Van Zwam into Van Dam. Beautiful. Oh no, it's terrible ball in. Faraday. Looks like he's going to try and find his man, but oh dear, Dib, who's been a thorn in our side for a long time. Oh, it's into the bottom corner. Basta Wolf. That's a great shot, actually. I was pretty happy with him shooting from there, but they found the bottom corner and they take the lead. So, not ideal, but just go more positive, I think. Can we push out here? Are they going to get another chance? De Vos. It's interesting because we have been the better side at the start of this game, but they look like they're coming back into it. Toma. That's nicely done. It's Sousa. And that's a beautiful tackle from whoever that was. And we've got the ball back. It's Masic running down the left side. Is this a continuation of the highlight? He is a very, very fast player. And it's De Wolf again who scored the goal, and then he blocks Masic's chance there. So he's had a good start to this game. That guy. Oh dear me. Is it Dib again? No, it's Gofan, own goal. Terrible. Well, I think at this point, with that poor start, and apologies, another poor game that you lot are seeing, I'm going to move Slimani on because I do not want to risk Van Hoek anymore. And I guess we're going to be unlikely to get back into this. I think what this side have done very well is they have scored goals. They've conceded them like mad as well. But today they haven't conceded too many chances. They've had 2 shots and scored 2 goals. That is pretty damn good. We've had 6 shots, better XG, and we haven't scored. I don't think we've been bad. I really don't think we've been bad. We've given up. Certainly the own goal was a little bit disappointing. Maybe Gofan should have done better. He's been really good all season. We're not seeing anything. Demand more. Come on, boys. Nana's done pretty much nothing in that role, but we'll bring on Dovlo. Yeah, as an attacking threat, we've not been great. Hopefully, I mean, the big question is Van Hoek going to be out for any length of time? Because that would be a bit of a disaster if he was. They've still only had 2 shots on target. And they've scored 2 goals. El Masawi now. Bring him on. I mean, if you showed me the match stats against them, I would be happy with that. Dib, I don't know how they got away with that. That seemed to get. I'm sure he caught that. That looked like the hand of God. That did. Yeah. Well, they are a better side than us. I can't deny that. But how we lost that game, I don't know. Given those match stats, doesn't make any sense to me. Absolutely, all through the game we were having chances, just not good enough quality chances, I guess. Oh well, that's a little disappointing, but we have started the season well. Yeah, bafflement about not substitute Van Damme. He's clearly one of the best players we've got. He's none of their business. Bugger off, people. Yeah, De Wolf was a good player, didn't he? He did the business. Well, we've finished with 10th at the minute. Van Hoek only out for 2 to 3 days. That's important. And yeah, ideally, if we'd have kept him on, maybe things would have been a bit different. So next up, we're going to play a few games. Maybe come back for the Zultfargem game. That looks like a good one to me. See how we do there. They're predicted to probably not do so well. Our predictions still remain 1,000 to 1 to win the league. So we are the poorest team yet again. So that's not great. Anyway, folks, if you have enjoyed this episode, please hit that like button. Please subscribe if you are new, and I'll see you again